Hello, it is Burgess Taylor. It is approximately 2:17 a.m. It says it's written today, but I've been writing since, well, it is still my Friday, even though it is now technically the next day. But I have written, I don't know, must be right at 8,000 words total in the past 17 hours total, I guess, since I got up this morning. If you edit the word count by day, there you go. You can see where I'm past the halfway mark. Not bad, not bad. I'm 28,557. Now I'm gonna see if I can do this without getting all like weird, because it tends to sometimes where the camera's at and where I'm looking doesn't always necessarily agree, but I wanted to make sure that you're in the frame. Yeah, where I'm at. Oh God, I can't believe I wrote this much. Mr. Rockstar came home. We watched the Brothers Grimm. Actually, he watched 3/4 of it before he fell asleep. He was really tired, and I've had a really rough week. My writing was really going downhill over the last couple of days. Wednesday and Thursday, I was barely keeping up, and I was actually a day behind. But I had a lot to deal with. I was trying to straighten out some problems that I had with Bare Minerals, and then I had to straighten that out. I had to actually go to my bank this morning and get my bank to call their account services and do all the stuff so that they could get the hold taken off of my account. And you know, sometimes companies get so big that you can't, I mean, it's ridiculous when it takes 3 days to get something sorted out that should have only taken a few hours. It's ridiculous. But I love their product. Not a real big fan of their customer service from online, especially when it comes to account services. When you call and it's about makeup and you're buying and that kind of thing, it's fine. But when you have some kind of problem, not so great. You are sent to this person and then that person, and then they're supposed to call you back and they don't. Yeah, so I will be now going to the actual boutique. I will not be buying anything from them online again, ever. I will be printing out my coupons and going to the boutique. I'm not going to blame the lady who started Bare Minerals, and she started that, and not, you know, the actual product on their customer service. I'm not going to do that. But I guess the lighting is a little bit better over here. But I don't know. I'm not very happy with their customer service right now. Not online. And my husband is pretty pissed off about the whole situation as well. Now let's see if you can see what I have on my floor. So I have the chapters laid out. The middle section is pretty much the resolution, and then the circle that goes around it are, I guess I have it split up into 4 acts, and it starts like right there, and then it goes around. I've been quite busy. I made a list, and I had them all written down, but I wanted to look at them and kind of put them, I actually pulled the cards out so that I could do this. And I haven't updated my board since Wednesday, when all of that crap started, when I started trying to fix all the stuff with Bare Minerals. So I've been a little bit slack, and as you can see, yeah, it's that's what's going on. About to go take my contacts out, take my makeup off, and put on my pajamas. I got so busy writing that I wasn't even thinking I'm still in regular clothes. I wasn't thinking about anything except for the book. I am completely and utterly surprised that I got that much writing done. But it felt really good, really good. I was in the zone. I have technically been writing since about 9:30, 10 o'clock this evening. So for the past 4 hours, that's what I've been doing. And I wrote probably 5,700 words in the past 4.5 hours. Because the rest of the words I wrote this morning during the day, I wrote from like, when I got back from the bank, let's see, I wrote for about an hour this morning, and then I got back from the bank after 2 hours. Well, I went to the bank, and then I ran 2 errands, and then I came home. I got Starbucks. I got a triple shot. Yeah, it did me a world of good though, because I got home and I wrote from 2 to 4:15, and I wrote the 2,300 words during that time, between the morning and then the rest of the time, the 2 hours, before I went to go get my son. Then I came back and I caught up on some videos and some comments and stuff like that this morning, and then later this afternoon, and then I will be posting this, and I hope you guys had a good happy Friday 13th. Mine started out bleh, but it's turned out to be pretty decent, and at least writing wise and with a few other things, so overall not bad. And I'm not going to be a negative Nancy. Like I said, I'm not going to not use Bare Minerals products. I love their products, but I won't be doing the stuff online anymore. I am a person to person. I like the personal touch, I guess. Maybe after working in finance for a long time, and the last couple of days trying to get the stuff with their account services people and not being called back and being disconnected several times in one day, and it taking 3 days to solve something that shouldn't have taken more than 3 hours, if that. Not a happy camper, but like I said, I love their product. Perhaps that's not necessarily at first my husband was like, well, can't you wear something else? And I could wear something else. I mean, with the rosacea, there are a few options that I do have, like Clinique, and there are some other things. My daughter said, well, Mom, if you want, I can help you research. Go to Ulta and try to find a different mineral makeup, or a different, because I don't really care much for liquid foundation. And I was about to switch to Complexion Rescue, and I still think I'm going to do that, especially for the winter time. Like I said, I'm not going to switch in products and not use their products. I really love their product. It's not a real fan of dealing with them online. Not a fan, because I had to call. And like I said, being disconnected 4 times, having to talk to 6 people one day, and then 5 or 6 the next day, and then 3 or 4 this morning, and being told I would be called back and not being called back, and being told it would be all straightened out by yesterday afternoon, and it did not, and nobody returned my phone calls. Nobody called me back and told me, well, we didn't get it straightened out. It's ridiculous. I think the important lesson that I learned from all of this, other than not leaving things in my cart and just putting them on a wish list, because of power surges, because it's crazy. My son said he knows a few people that's actually happened to. It's just crazy to me. And I'm trying to think. The lesson that I learned, I ramble and I got distracted. The lesson that I learned from all of this was probably that there are some things that it's awesome to buy online, and you don't have to leave your house. You can click a button and boom. But there are other things, like when I was looking at the colors, at the shades for the Complexion Rescue and stuff like that, that I thought, well, this actually would be better if I could actually see the product, put it on my skin. I will see how things go when I go to the boutique. They sent me a coupon. They sent me the reward stuff, finally, from my other purchases with Bare Minerals, my actual purchases. And so I'm going to use that coupon, and in a couple of weeks I'm going to go get the Complexion Rescue. And I'll see how that goes. see how it works. And if it doesn't work, since it is a liquid, I may end up just going back to Clinique. You know, it's just really, it has left such a sour taste in my mouth, and I'm still talking about it. So I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop, because then I hate complaining. I really do. But yeah, this has just been my day for the last few days, trying to get all of this sorted out, and it affected my writing. And I really need to learn not to let stress from other things, real life things, regular things, what my husband calls the real life stuff, affect the rest of my life, adulting stuff. When it comes to your bills and your errands and your car and maintenance and houses, you know, house repair and stuff like that, when stuff breaks or things like that. My uncle had surgery and it was really serious, and I didn't know about it until this afternoon. I didn't find out about it until this afternoon. I learned about it on Facebook, so I'm not really happy about that, but my dad was stressed out about it and he didn't really think about calling. My daughter was at work, or she would have told me. She asked me when she got off work and she called me if I'd heard anything. I told her I just found out like an hour before that. My son didn't know anything about it until I picked him up from work. In a way, you don't really want to worry those you love and care about, make them worry about other people. I didn't say anything to my husband because he was on his way home. He's driving an 18-wheeler, and letting him know that my uncle had surgery and it was pretty serious because they had him on a ventilator for a while afterwards. I didn't want to worry him and upset him when he was on his way home. So I understand. My dad's really worried. It's his brother, and they are super close. I mean, they're best friends, not just brothers. A lot more important stuff going on than my 3 days worth of hectic chaos with Bare Minerals. So I'm just going to take that deep breath one more time, and I'm going to let it go. I'm going to release it and let it go because it's all over with now. But on a good note, on a very good note, my writing. I did so well. I'm so proud of myself. So tomorrow is going to be a catch up on shows day, and a rest and relax day. And I saw the thing about Paris, and I need to, I guess, because I've been writing. I haven't actually been on the news. I haven't watched the news. I haven't watched TV because my husband and I were watching Netflix. So I haven't actually watched any TV. I haven't seen the news stuff. I know something happened and people were killed in Paris. I'm going to get off of here now. I'm going to upload my video and I'm going to go watch the news because evidently it is something very horrible